Think you know everything about the next Galaxy? Think again, because Samsung just pulled a move that nobody saw coming. We just got our hands on the official demo clips, firmware code, and supply chain leaks for the Galaxy S26 Ultra, and the truth is much crazier than the rumors. Samsung is quietly swapping out its hardware in ways that will change how you use your phone forever, but it's not all good news. While they are finally fixing one of the most annoying problems with modern screens, they are also making a massive gamble on a camera setup that feels like it's stuck in the past. If you are planning to pre-order this phone, you need to hear this before you drop over $1,000 on what might be a side grade in disguise. Let's start with the bombshell leak about the camera. For the fourth year in a row, Samsung is sticking with a 12-megapixel resolution for the S26 Ultra selfie camera. I know, it sounds like a joke in 2026 when every other competitor is pushing 50-megapixel front shooters. But here is the twist: they are actually firing their own internal sensor division. Samsung is ditching its in-house ISO sensors and buying from Sony instead. They are likely using the IMX874. Why would a giant like Samsung buy from its biggest rival? It usually means their own tech couldn't keep up with the cost-to-performance ratio. Sony sensors are famous for better dynamic range and more natural skin tones right out of the box. This is a cost-saving move. By using Sony, Samsung doesn't have to spend as much money on research and development to fix the image processing. They also widened the field of view to 85 degrees, which is why the new dummy models show a slightly larger hole-punch cutout. If you want a massive hardware jump in photography, you won't find it here. You are basically relying on AI to fake the sharpness that a higher-resolution sensor would provide naturally. Now, let's talk about the colors because they tell us a lot about the vibe of this phone. Sky blue is making a huge comeback. It is a soft, muted blue that looks incredible, though it definitely gives off some Note 7 vibes, so let's just hope the battery stays cool this time. Cobalt violet is going to be the main color you see on every billboard and commercial. If you want the more exclusive looks like pink gold or silver shadow, you'll have to go through Samsung's website directly. It's a classic corporate move to make the hardware look fresh even when the internal changes are minimal. The real brain of this phone is where things get controversial. The S26 Ultra is running the new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. This chip hits a wild 4.6 GHz clock speed, which sounds amazing on paper. However, early thermal tests show a major problem. The phone throttles hard and loses stability after just a few minutes of heavy use. This means heat and battery drain are going to be your biggest enemies. Samsung is trying to fix this by leaning into something called Now Nudge. This is a new AI layer in One UI 8.5 and 9 that is always watching your screen. If someone asks when you're free in a text, it scans your calendar and suggests a time. If you're filling out a form, it pulls your data automatically. It even hooks into flight ARPAs and government services. It's basically a digital shoulder surfer that never sleeps. While it saves time, the privacy implications are massive. Do you really want your phone reading every single text and web page you open just to save 3 seconds on a booking? Speaking of the web, Samsung is taking a direct shot at Google. They are integrating Perplexity AI directly into the Samsung Internet browser with a feature called Ask AI. Instead of relying on Gemini, you can now get instant answers about the web page you are reading through Perplexity. This keeps you inside Samsung's ecosystem and away from Google's search engine. They are giving you the option to delete your history or turn it off entirely, which shows they know people are getting tired of constant AI pop-ups. But here is the one leak that actually makes this phone worth buying: Flex Magic Pixel technology. This is a game changer. Samsung Display has built a hardware-level electronic privacy screen right into the OLED panel. Imagine you are on a crowded train. You tap a toggle, and the screen goes pitch black for everyone sitting next to you, while remaining perfectly clear for you. This isn't a cheap plastic filter that ruins your brightness. It dynamically adjusts individual pixels on demand. You can even set it to turn on automatically when you open your banking app. It is the most impressive piece of hardware privacy we have seen in years. Just be careful not to drop it, because replacing a Magic Pixels screen is going to cost a fortune. My honest opinion. The Galaxy S26 Ultra feels like a transition device. Samsung is moving away from being a hardware king and trying to become an AI services king. The camera swap to Sony is a smart move for quality, but the lack of a resolution bump is disappointing. However, that privacy screen is a massive win for anyone who works in public or values their data. If you have an S24 or S25 Ultra, the now-nudged AI features might not be enough to justify the upgrade, but the Flex Magic Pixel tech definitely is. It's a phone built for the pro user who cares about privacy and efficiency more than just megapixels. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a deep dive into the tech that matters.